Hello, everybody. This is Swati, not live in Los Angeles, though. Not live because I'm recording this session, which will be aired at 7 p.m. Los Angeles time or Pacific Standard Time on August 16th. Did the same session this morning, and I would like to do it again for you to cover the whole time zones, and also because it is a very important topic. Today is the last day of our 3 week out of the 6 week long mindfulness camp. So far, we have been doing things such as mindful activities, which will enrich your life as well as prime your brain into being mindful all throughout the day. We also have done breath awareness and body awareness meditations with the goal of creating internalization of the message. This will pass too, here and now, to pay attention to what's going on with me and with my experience right now. No past, no future. Right now, this is how it is. And total acceptance. And the reason why we were doing these things was, of course, the ultimate goal is the increased sense of well being. But along the way, we were working on things such as eliminating heightened, intense craving as well as intense hatred, non attachment, in order to also deal with whatever negative things come to our life, which is true of each and every one of us. There will be some problem, there will be some loss, there will be some grief, there will be some fear, some anxiety. And this is one way we can learn to deal with it and, in fact, transcend it. Anxiety, inability to sleep, chronic pain, and acute pain. These were things we wanted to reduce the intensity of. So we were so far working on eliminating things from our life that were unwanted, unpleasant. But today, it's a special week. We are going to begin a special week because we want to add things that actually create joy and create wonderful, blissful feelings. Not just about eliminating negative, but adding positive, loving, kindness, compassion, gratitude, and so on. We all know that loving, kindness, compassion are wonderful things in life, but in what way? Why should we have compassion for people? What if we don't love someone? For one reason, these are wonderful antidotes to anger, revenge, fear, and such things. Also, these are good things of life that we all do have, but sometimes we don't notice it. When things are going well, we are too busy enjoying and we don't even pay attention to gratitude and all these kinds of things. And when things are not going well, we are too busy finding either someone to blame or blaming ourselves, and we forget to find a refuge. We forget to know that all of us, we do have something in our life that we can be grateful for, or where we can send our loving kindness, compassion. And I would like you to create meditation as one of the refuges, but also to pay attention to the other things. One thing that comes out of loving kindness, compassion specifically, is better relationships with people, not only with family and friends, but overall in the world. Whatever bothers you, whatever is too disturbing to you, these kinds of feelings improve your relationship with yourself and with the rest of the world. It creates empathy, understanding that we are all in the same boat, understanding that we can all be there in some sense for each other, because we are sort of like, this reminds me of this metaphor that this is the ocean of life, and you see peaks coming out, different people, some mountains, some islands. So we are all like islands on in this ocean of life. But if you look underneath the ocean, you see that they're all connected. all the islands indeed are connected with each other underneath this water. So we want to realize that. I would like to tell you about my own experience. I am a thinking type of a person. So I typically lived in my head. A lot of people have sort of accused me of being too cerebral in the past. And although I worked with people and I did understand psychology on the intellectual level, I did understand skills and I did give it to people. But once I seriously got into my own practice of this mindfulness meditations, and once I also trained myself in loving kindness compassion meditations, not only I had empathy, but there was a deep understanding of other people's pain as well as joy, sympathetic joy, not to be jealous and envious, because it's not that because of being jealous we are going to somehow get what we want, but to be genuinely happy when the other person gets something and have belief that I will get my own share of what I deserve. So these kinds of feelings improves relationships with people. And because of understanding people's pain, I could relate to my clients so much better. It was a transformative experience for me. And that's why today I would like to do loving kindness meditation with you. I do workshops, and there is one exercise I do in some of my workshops, and I'm going to do it with you today, right now. So I'm going to screen share with you, and I'm going to ask you to get a pen and a paper, and I'm going to ask you certain questions. And please write down the answers to this question. Whatever feelings and thoughts come to your mind when you hear the question, just write it down honestly, quickly and honestly. So let me do this for you. I assume you can see it. Okay. So now, as I said, um, think and write. What when you heard about Nepal earthquake? What when you see a beggar or a homeless person, someone comes and asks you to give him or her money? What when you see an accident, either in front of your own eyes or it had just happened and you're passing by? What when you have a fight with your partner or a friend or someone who's close to you, parent, child, anybody? When you think about it, what comes to your mind right now? And what when you make a stupid mistake? What comes to your mind? Now we are going to do a loving kindness compassion meditation before I tell you the next part of this exercise. So I want to make clear what is compassion. It's not pity, sympathy, obligation to feel bad, neither it is selfish sense of relief. What that means is sometimes when you hear something, somebody going through suffering, we feel, oh, I'm so fortunate, I don't have to go through that. But that's not what compassion is about. Then what is it? It's deep awareness of suffering of another coupled with the wish to relieve it. Deep awareness. When you hear or see someone going through any pain, deep awareness. And that's also called empathy, but compassion is one step ahead of it. It's empathy, but coupled with a wish to relieve it, a wish that the pain be alleviated. Whether it would reflect in action or not, that depends on the circumstances, your ability, but definitely a sincere wish to relieve it. That's compassion. So keep that in mind. And now let's start with a meditation, loving kindness, compassion meditation. So close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Relax your shoulders. And now pay attention to your breath for a little bit. And in front of your mind's eye, bring the image of an acquaintance, a person who may have just seen in the office, you have neutral feelings towards, someone of that sort. Bring their image in front of your eyes, mind's eyes. And say to yourself in your own mind, may you be happy. May you experience peace. May you be at ease. Allow your body to experience loving kindness, compassion in your own body. And say to yourself, I send this loving kindness, compassion to this person. A sincere wish that their suffering or pain, if they have any, be alleviated. Breathe in loving kindness, compassion. And now in front of your mind's eye, bring image of someone who you love, who you care about, who you appreciate or admire. Look at the image in front of your mind's eye. And say to yourself, may you be happy. You're sending this to the person who you love, admire. You're saying to them, may you be happy. May you experience peace. May you be at ease. And breathe in loving kindness, compassion in your own body. Allow your body to experience how loving kindness, compassion feels like. And then send it to this person. May any pain or suffering you may have, may it become less. May it be reduced. Or may it be gone. And now bring your own image in front of your eyes. And say to yourself, may you be happy. May you experience peace. May you be at ease. I send you my loving kindness, compassion. Whatever you may be experiencing, unpleasantness, pain, let that be reduced. May you forgive yourself. May you accept yourself the way you are. I send you my loving kindness, compassion. And now, allow your body to be filled up with loving kindness, compassion, and experience it in your body. How does your body feel like when you let loving kindness, compassion actually be felt? The love, the kindness, compassion, the deep awareness that we are all in it together. We all share the same feelings. Underneath whatever else we see, underneath we all experience the same feeling. And the deep awareness of other person's pain and suffering, if there is any, and a sincere wish that it be reduced. Allow yourself to experience it in your body. And now come back to your breath, back to noticing your breathing. And say our usual line 3 times in your own mind. Breathe in, I smile. Breathe out, I'm okay. Breathe in, I smile. Breathe out, I'm okay. Breathe in, I smile. Breathe out, I'm okay. And now, take your pen and pencil again. And one more time, whatever comes to your mind, the first reaction, immediate reaction you have, please write it down. And let me give you the questions. What when you heard about Nepal earthquake? Write it down. Immediate response. Again, right now. What when you see a beggar? Write it down again. Or a homeless person. What when you see an accident? Think about a fight with someone close to your partner or your parents, child, family member, friend, someone close to you. Think about a fight. And finally, what when you make a stupid mistake? Think about one such incident. And what comes to your mind now? I hope you could see the screen when I was sharing it, that it wasn't just blank screen in front of your eyes. I hope so. Regardless, you could definitely hear me and you have written down your responses. Now pay attention to, are the responses the same? And you won't be able to post it here because it's not live right now, but do write to me. Responses, have they changed? Have they become anything different compared to before? And that may mean either better, as in the direction we are expecting, more empathic, or maybe neutral. But write write it and let me know how that feels like. As I said, this meditation or this practice is supposed to create your experience with the world around you, supposed to make it better. Now, if you really want to practice loving kindness meditation, loving kindness compassion meditation, the person who has done a lot of work and who is well known in this area, Sharon Salzberg, was very kind to actually talk to me and give me her meditation, loving kindness meditation, for my app To Meditate. So if you download To Meditate and go to the list of meditation, you will see Sharon Salzberg's loving kindness compassion meditation. Listen to it and practice it. At this point, because we are not going to answer any questions, I'm going to ask you to write to me at tomeditatetogether@gmail.com. Number 2, meditate together @gmail.com. Do write to me if you have any comment, question, or anything of that sort. And at this point, I'll say bye to you and I'll see you tomorrow.